Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. You've tuned into DigitalOcean Solutions Tech Talk series. My name's Austin Black. I'm a solutions engineer here at DigitalOcean, coming to you from Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm happy to be your monitor and one of the speakers for today's session, and I'm super excited to have you all here to join us today. And so in this series, we bring you some insights from the cloud industry, the latest developer technology trends and topics, and also features some really cool organizations showcasing exciting real-time use cases on cloud and how they're transforming. And as you all know, today's edition is how to scale your e-commerce business with GoMage and DigitalOcean. And so let me introduce the speakers. So first we have Yuriy Protsiuk. He's a product owner at GoMage Progressive Web Application Team, GoMage. And so Yuriy drives product success through defining the business vision of the product, anticipating business needs, and managing the day-to-day routine of the GoMage Progressive Web Application development team. And
Hey
so
guys,
there he is. And yeah, our second speaker for the day is, of course, me, Austin Black. Like I said, I'm a solutions engineer here, coming to you from Canada. I'm a technical expert in software development, information security, and disaster recovery. I like finding really creative solutions to complex problems, and working under constraints is never really a problem. In fact, it's one of the things that makes my job fun. And so thanks for joining us, Yuri.
yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for inviting.
All right, and so before we move on to the next slide, I do need to highlight a few housekeeping rules. And so all through the session, you should have access to the chat window on the GoToWebinar portal. And so feel free to use that and share your questions with us. My colleagues Cynthia and Mohan will be moderating the chat window, and we will address your questions in the last 15 minutes of this session. And so during the session, if your audio should stop or stutter, please restart the GoToWebinar portal. And given the work from home situation that all of us are in today, we are hosting this from different locations across the globe. Please bear with us on any bandwidth challenges. And so moving on to our topic for today, how to scale your e-commerce business with GoMage and DigitalOcean. And so there's our speakers, as I said. And yeah, here's the overview. So first is going to be just an overview of what DigitalOcean is, what we focus on, how our business sort of operates a bit, and where we're really strong and why GoMage likes working with us. Then we'll move on to some tech trends and best practices for e-commerce. Yuri's got his ear down to the ground for those, so he'll be the man on that one. We'll talk about our partnership journey, how we came to work together, why we work so well together, and just where the fit wound up being. We're going to look at a customer case study. We'll take a look at one of GoMage's success stories on DigitalOcean with a real-world example. We'll take a look at the tech stack, see what's actually under the hood on the for the progressive web application, and that'll be both Yuriy and I. And lastly, of course, we'll have some Q&A. And so, without further ado, let's get started. So first, about DigitalOcean. We are the #1 cloud for developing modern applications. We focus heavily on the developer experience and on simplicity and ease of use over complex product development and more esoteric services. We try to keep things simple, and we try to avoid nickeling and diming people at every opportunity. So for example, we offer free IPv6 with all our droplets, free VPCs with all our droplets, because we don't want people to have to worry about a 50-cent line or a quarter line on their bills for those. We were founded in 2012 after one of our founders was at a Subway eating a $5 foot-long Subway sandwich and thought to himself, why can't I sell a $5 droplet? And that's why, or $5 server. And that's how things got started. And that's where we are, or how we got to where we are today. And so now we have a global presence with data centers in New York, San Francisco, the United Kingdom, all over the world. And yeah, our services include compute resources, block and object storage, databases, managed Kubernetes, and much, much more. If you have any questions about our services or what we can do for you, please feel free to reach out to myself and my team. We'd love to chat. And so DigitalOcean has a very strong reputation for customer satisfaction. We have a 60 plus NPS score, which is very, very high. And so for some context on that, that's the Net Promoter Score, which is how likely someone is to recommend business to one of their friends or coworkers. And so, for example, AWS's NPS of 32, and the tech sweetheart, Apple, they have an NPS of 72. And so we're a pretty good company, I feel. And here's a couple of quotes about us and about why people like us. And yeah. And so here's some of the services that we offer. So first and foremost, we provide developer support to all of our customers. Every customer, even if you're just on a $5 droplet, you get access to our support systems where you can ask questions about the platform. If you have any issues, feel free to reach out and we'll do our best to help you. If you exceed $500 per month, we provide elevated SLAs, fast response times. You get access to an account manager, and we'll even try to help you with third-party software that's outside of our regular domain of expertise. We'll try to learn it and help you out as best as we can. That plays into our last offering on this page here, which is the migration and architecture guidance. That's actually my team, the solutions team here. So qualified businesses will get direct access to my team in order to help them build, deploy, scale, re-architect. If they have any questions about how to test something, if they have any questions how to deploy anything, if they just need a sounding board for their technical ideas, we are here. And so, yeah, if you're wondering about that or feel you might qualify, please feel free to reach out. Be happy to discuss with you. And so, as I said before, we try to keep things simple, we try to keep things transparent, and we try to keep things predictable. And so, if you look at our pricing page, you get a very simple just cost per hour or cost per month price. There's very little like add-ons for anything. There's just very straightforward pricing plans for all of our services, and we intend to keep it that way. And so that all sounds great, but of course the question is, if you're providing services at a low cost, doesn't that mean that performance suffers? And no, actually. We commissioned Cloud Spectator, a third-party vendor, to evaluate the performance of virtual machines from 3 different providers. And as you can see based on this chart, we stack up very well. Often we do win generally on performance per dollar per se. And so, yeah, we're very proud of that. And all in all, we're very proud of our platform. Its ease of use, its simplicity, and yeah, our affordability. And so, of course, it doesn't matter if you can't get close to your customers, but we have 13 data centers in 8 global markets. We can get you pretty close to your customers in one of our data centers for the most part here. As you can see on this map, we've got coverage in the Americas, Europe, Asia, and yeah. All right then. So at this point, I'll hand it over to Yuriy to discuss the currently shifting landscape of e-commerce. Yuriy, take it away.
Thanks, Austin. Once again, I appreciate the invitation. So before we move on to the overview of the results that DigitalOcean helps to deliver to our customers, I'd like to say a couple of words about the main technology trends that we're witnessing today. The year 2020 is a year of changes and adjustments, and e-commerce is at the center of all these changes, which are a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. This means that a lot of customers move from offline shopping to online shopping. And even those customers that have never purchased online before, they were forced to search for new ways of shopping. And as a result, we're seeing an incredible growth of the e-commerce sphere this year. Just as an example, in the first half of 2020, customers in the US spent an incredible $347 billion, which is a 30% increase in online sales when comparing to 2019. And as you can see here, we're also talking about total retail sales and so on. And most of you probably have already heard about the new record-breaking sales, including online sales using mobile devices during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and this is happening all over the world, not only in the US. And since a lot of customers moved to online, a lot of new technical challenges occurred. First of all, we're talking about a significant website traffic increase, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, even 10 times for some of the merchants. A lot of businesses, especially small ones, they were not ready for such a change, and they crashed under the load and network congestion. Such merchants spend a lot of time resolving their problems with server infrastructures instead of enjoying successful sales. And those businesses that actually coped with the website traffic increase, they usually were not able to provide significant website speed performance for their customers. And as we all know, website speed matters, and customers don't want to wait for your website to load for longer than 2 seconds. If you make them wait longer, you just lose them, and they'll most likely go to your competitors. And all these challenges resulted in the need for building powerful server infrastructures and delivering lightning fast speed to the customers. These challenges are one of the reasons why we sped up the development of our GoMage Magento PWA theme. We are aiming to help our clients develop and receive online stores that would meet the technical requirements of today and also provide fast website performance. And this is what we do for our clients together with DigitalOcean. So I'd like to just say a couple of words about our company. We're a Magento development company with more than 10 years of experience. We have more than 1,000 successful delivered projects. We consist of certified Magento developers who help our clients of all sizes and locations build robust e-commerce stores. We're focusing on Magento and Magento PWA development, migration to the Magento 2 platform, website design, website and server optimizations, and other services. Basically, any work that you need for your Magento store, we can do it. If you're working on a different platform and want to migrate to Magento 2, that's also not a problem. Just get in touch with us and we'll help you with that. DigitalOcean is one of our reliable partners that we've been working with for 4 years now. At the time, one of our clients hosted their website on Amazon Web Services. With the growth of the website, costs for hosting services, they significantly increased. And it was a trigger for us to search for alternative solutions that would help our client not only receive the highest level services, but also save money. And after extensive research, we decided to go for DigitalOcean. And well, to be honest, it was a perfect match because since then, we always offer DigitalOcean services to our clients. And today, a lot of them host their websites on DigitalOcean servers. So when it comes to building powerful server infrastructures, there are a couple of main requirements. First of all, we're talking about auto-scaling so that clients could provide fast website performance for their customers, even under sudden surges of website traffic. Then we're talking about reliability so that clients could forget about websites crashing, some malfunctions and other issues with the server. And finally, we're talking about high-performance servers. And all these and other benefits are provided by DigitalOcean. Now I'd like to say a couple of words about our case study, about our client and the results that we managed to provide to our client. MakeMyBlinds is a UK company specializing in the production of custom-made window blinds. When they first got in touch with us, they had very serious website performance issues. The website was quite slow, and this was the main issue that we had to resolve for them. So before we started working together, MakeMyBlinds had their website hosted on Amazon Web Services. As it turned out, even paying more for the hosting services could not guarantee the quality of the services provided. And now I'd like you to picture the following horror. It's holiday season, Black Friday, probably the most important period of the year for any e-commerce business. And MakeMyBlinds spent a lot of time preparing for the Black Friday sales. They did not expect any issues to occur. So at that time, they used 2 Amazon Web Services. And during the Black Friday weekend, one of the servers became unresponsive. And the problems resulted in the MakeMyBlinds website simply crashing. So they had to spend a lot of time, a lot of stress to resolve these problems. Instead of enjoying a successful Black Friday, they lost a lot of customers, a lot of sales, and it was a very shocking experience for them. So it made sense for MakeMyBlinds to ask us, hey, what can you do to prevent these issues so that they would never occur again. And at that time, we had a lot of positive experience working with DigitalOcean. So we advised MakeMyBlinds to migrate to DigitalOcean servers. And to be honest, it was probably the best thing that happened to our client, because once the migration was done, they received the following result. First of all, we're talking about DigitalOcean being a much more cost-efficient solution. Same level of services, high-quality services for much less. So MakeMyBlinds just saved money. Once the migration was done, we're talking about a website speed increase by almost 2 times when comparing to the speed that was on Amazon Web Services. Together with full page caching and additional optimizations that were done by our team, we managed to reduce the server response time from almost 2 seconds to 150 milliseconds. Thanks to DigitalOcean, we were able to provide faster delivery and deployment for our clients. And of course, we're talking about serious business results. For example, increase in traffic, unique page views, revenue, and transaction increase with the numbers that you can see on this slide. And finally, when we finished the implementation of the first part of our development works, the goal completion for MakeMyBlinds increased by a fantastic 683%. And today, we are continuing our work with MakeMyBlinds, and together with DigitalOcean, we make sure that such issues, such as on the Black Friday weekend, will never occur again. And I think that's really awesome. Yeah, back to you.
All right. And so I'd like to talk about how we support GoMage and how we work with them. And so GoMage has users around the world, and of course that means that there could be problems at any time, literally. So our customer success team is available 24/7 over email and is ready to help as quickly as possible to get issues resolved. And so what that basically means is that if there's a problem with the server, if there's an issue with our infrastructure, if there's any problems at all, we are ready, standing by and ready to help with that. And as I mentioned before, I'm a solutions engineer here. My team is solutions engineering. I work closely with the GoMage team in order to make sure that they are using the right products, that their servers are right-sized, and that their infrastructure is as efficient as it possibly can be. And so this also allows us to build a strong relationship. And so I can work with the GoMage team very effectively whenever a tricky problem comes up or other issue that they need help with arises. And we also offer account management services. And so that a big part of that is listening to their users and tracking their feedback. And so the GoMage team, and as a result, their customers have a direct line through my team to our engineering services in order to get their feedback across, get their asks noted, and if it's feasible, we'll build it for them. And we're always happy to jump on calls with Yuriy and the rest of his team to check in and discuss how they're doing. And it's a very enjoyable relationship, I'd like to say. And so here are the products GoMage uses. And so they use our managed Kubernetes offering, which works with the DigitalOcean API in order to manage droplets in a very simple programmatic way. And it lets them be very flexible in how they manage their deployments as well. They primarily use CPU optimized droplets because they need processing power more than they need memory. And our CPU optimized droplets come with dedicated threads, which guarantees that they're not going to be subjected to hypervisor level steal. We also offer managed load balancers, which offer a quick and simple, easy way to distribute traffic across their different web server nodes that are working on their back end. And lastly, we also help their security posture with our DigitalOcean Cloud Firewall, which we offer at no extra charge. It's a very easy and simple way to configure a firewall that will prevent malicious traffic from getting to your droplet or unwanted traffic from getting to your droplets. And it's far, far easier than writing IP tables rules or similar similar pieces of software.
Yeah, thanks, Austin. So I'd like to say a couple of words about the main technology trend that will rule the e-commerce world in the years to come: progressive web applications. So what exactly is a progressive web app? A progressive web app is a solution that shares the best from websites and mobile applications. And it's a device and platform agnostic solution that will help businesses drive their e-commerce stores to the next level. Even when your business will grow, you will still be able to provide fast performance speed to your customers together with our GoMage PAA theme. And what's also great is that you don't have to worry about spending time and money developing an iOS and Android application. All you need is just one app, a progressive web app. How does a progressive web application actually work, and what makes it progressive? So the PAA consists of a service worker, a web app manifest, and an app shell. The service worker enables the application to control network requests, cache those requests to provide faster performance, and it provides offline access to cached content. The web application manifest allows customers to easily add the PAA to the home screen with just a simple tap. And it also is responsible for the responsiveness of a progressive web app on all screen sizes. And finally, the app shell guarantees reliable performance of a progressive web app when you're in offline mode. So why should you go for the GoMage PAA theme? A bit of history. Magento Tech Conference, the biggest tech conference worldwide, MageConf 20, had a whole separate track dedicated to progressive web applications this year exclusively. And it's basically a clear indicator that PAAs are becoming more and more tightly incorporated into the Magento 2 infrastructure. And it's really a matter of time when the PAA storefronts will replace the Magento 2 themes as we know it. And as I already mentioned, our company released the GoMage PAA theme this year. And this solution allows our clients to easily add a PAA storefront on top of a Magento 2 website. We did not invent anything extraordinary as we decided to go for the Magento PAA Studio architecture and extend from there. The PAA Studio project itself is a set of developer tools that help to develop, deploy, and maintain a PAA storefront on top of a Magento 2 website. And our decision to go for the Magento PAA Studio as a basis for development of our theme gives us a lot of benefits and additional perks. We're talking about full compatibility with the Magento 2.4 branch and its security patches. So for example, if you're a store owner, you have a Magento 2.4 or 2.4.1 website, you can easily add a PAA storefront on top of your website. If you have an older version, we can help you with updating to the latest version of Magento and help with the PAA solution. With the help of PAA Studio, we can easily add new and unique functionality, as well as customize and extend existing functionality. And finally, we're talking about compatibility with Magento extensions. So for example, our company develops Magento 2 extensions. Probably the most popular are the Light Checkout, which is a one-step checkout experience for the customers, and Feed Pro, which is an extension for merchants that help them to export products into a spreadsheet or XML file and easily import the file to popular marketplaces such as Google Shopping, Facebook, eBay, and so on. So yeah, and this also is true for any other Magento 2 extension. If you want something to be integrated and work with the PAA, just let us know. We'll estimate it, provide a quote, and help you with the implementation. So the GoMage Magento PAA theme concept consists of 5 major stack components: NPM, Node, React, GraphQL, and Webpack. NPM is the node-based package manager that allows us to use any library of a community and add it to the PWA. Node is responsible for rendering the PWA on the storefront. Webpack is our framework that we use for the storefront. It connects GraphQL with the storefront and basically is the logic container. Then we're talking about GraphQL, which is the query language for APIs and the runtime for fulfilling these queries. And finally, we're talking about Webpack, the JavaScript bundle. We use it to combine components into a bundle. And Webpack is also responsible for building the PWA application skeleton itself. So yeah, without further ado, I would like to make a short demonstration of our PWA theme and show you the 3 whys to go for our solution.
All right, Yuriy, I'm going to hand over control to you now. And while I'm doing this, I'd just like to remind everyone that they're more than welcome to drop questions into the chat, and we'll respond to them after this, at the end of this presentation.
Okay, thank you, Austin. Please let me know if you can see my screen right now.
I can right now, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So since PWA is a mobile-first solution, I'm going to show you the theme based on mobile experience. The first why is that thanks to our page builder solution, store owners can build their own PWA without any technical expertise, and all you need is just a computer and access to the backend. And here is how it works. Currently, you can see our homepage of our PWA theme. It consists of separate blocks. At the top, we have our header with the burger menu, the logo, and standard icons such as the menu cart. And the body consists of separate blocks such as a slider, promotion with some categories, some CMS blocks, carousels with bestsellers, and so on and so forth. At the bottom, we have the newsletter subscription and the footer. Now, as a store owner, you might think, okay, that's awesome, but can I actually restructure the homepage and basically any other page of this PWA solution? And the answer is yes. So how it works is that you can go to stores, GoMage Magento PWA theme configuration. And in our case, we're talking about the homepage. So I'm going to open the configuration for the CMS homepage. Here it is. And to the left, under the widgets, you can see a list of widgets that are not currently applied on the storefront, but what you can do is you can easily just add these pieces of functionality by using the drag and drop approach. Simple. Just find the widget that you want, drag and drop, save the configuration, and basically that's it. To the right, you can already see the widgets that have been applied, and they basically meet the blocks that are here: the slider, CMS blocks, bestseller, popular categories, and so on. And what's great is that you can use the same approach for basically everything else. If we're talking about the header, we're talking about the footer, the category page, the product page, and in future releases with the menu card and everything else, you can use this widget-based approach and page builder to customize and build your own PWA solution. And if that's not enough, we also have the ability to easily customize the layout by, for example, changing the colors, the font size, and so on, with things like a color picker and basically everything else. The second why is that our solution is a customer and sales-centric solution. So for example, I'm a standard customer. I use my mobile phone to surf through the web, and I find this lovely progressive web app. And let's see what I can actually do here. For example, if I click on the burger menu over here, I can go through the standard account creation by filling out the necessary details, or I can use the sign-in button to sign into my existing account, or use social authorization such as Google and Facebook. Now let's say that I am interested in purchasing a specific product. Okay, so I'm opening a specific category page. I have a search filter that I can use, for example, a price slider for starters. Here are my results. So currently I have 2 products. I can easily add a product directly from here to the cart, and I'll get a pop-up window that the product was added to my cart. I can go through the standard checkout experience, or I can use the PayPal integration. Let's say that I'm actually not sure what product to buy. I can see these shorts, but let's say I want to compare them. So I'm just going to click on this small icon, and I'm going to add my products to a comparison list. And then once I'm ready, I can review the comparison list and decide what product to buy. And what's awesome, and we're returning back to the previous why, is that even on a product comparison page, store owners can additionally add widgets, for example, popular categories, best match, and so on, to promote their products and increase sales. Now let's say that I want to purchase something else, maybe a jacket. And I don't really want to navigate through all these menus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my search filter. And here, for example, when I start typing jackets, as you can see, we have our Algolia search integration, and it returns back the products based on the phrase that I'm entering. And additionally, we have some color fillers as a basis, and I can use them to find the product that I want. From here, I can open a product and then decide from there if I want to buy it. I can easily add it from here to the cart and so on.
Hey, Yuriy, sorry to interrupt you, but we've just received some feedback that someone is unable to see the backend dashboard view. Would you mind resharing with the whole application?
You want to, yeah, I can share the backend as well.
Thank you.
But yeah, so basically from the customer experience, what else do we have is, for example, the Trustpilot integration. We have integration with our MakeMyBlinds blog. So store owners can use the blog, for example, to additionally promote products, services, some articles, and anything else they want to increase the sales. What's also awesome is that progressive web applications allow customers to cache the pages locally on their device. So how it works is that, for example, if I open my home page and then go back to, let's say, the product page, as you can see, there's not even the loader because the page has been loaded directly from the local storage, and the page simply loads in just a snap. And this is true for all pages that have been opened by a customer. So this very seriously improves speed performance because data is taken from the local storage. And the third why is that our solution is quite fast, and well, speed matters, right? So today, we are focusing on improving the progressive web application speed to the maximum. We have our internal development domain where we are focusing on optimizations based on the page speed insights. So as you can see right now, the mobile, which is the most important because mobile first experience for PWA is always true. We receive around 60 to 68% in Google Page Speed Insights. And this is not the limit because we want to make it as fast as possible with the widgets that are available to our store owners. Because, well, it's true that the more widgets that you apply for the homepage, the heavier the page will be. but we want our customers to enjoy the best experience, even with the widgets being applied on the homepage, product page, category page, and everywhere else. We've also done some load testing, which basically shows that even with 10,000 concurrent users, you can expect high performance for your progressive web application and customer satisfaction. And probably the biggest perk, let's say, is that everything that you see here, each integration, including Trustpilot, Algolia, MakeMyBlinds, and so on, everything comes out of the box. This means that you don't have to purchase additional pieces of functionality. You just purchase the PWA theme, and you have everything out of the box. And additionally, we're currently promoting free installation service for our first 10 licensees. We already have some first purchases, so if you're interested in it, you can be one of the first licensees to receive the free installation service and save money. So once you start using our GoMage PWA theme, I guess I'm done with the presentation. I'll just return back to you, Austin. So one of the key achievements that you should expect from using our PWA theme includes traffic increase by almost 2 times, conversions increase by almost 3 times, serious bounce rate decrease by around 50%, more leads, and so on. The world with progressive web applications, GoMage and DigitalOcean is very promising. So yeah, basically that's it.
All right, and so thank you for that, Yuriy. That was very well done. Can you see my screen again with the 3 Ys?
Yep.
Right, excellent. Yeah, and so hopefully that demo enlightened as to how GoMage accomplishes all of their very impressive accomplishments here with their customers. And so here are the key highlights of their theme, the key integrations. Yeah, as you can see, there's PayPal integration, Trustpilot integration, Algolia, Discus, and the widget-based features, as Yuriy said. And so
yeah. By the way, development of our PWA theme is always in progress. We have our roadmap for 2021, which includes integrations with new payment methods, integrations with our partners such as Nosto and Yotpo and many others. We have scheduled integration with our GoMage Magento extensions, and that's not the limit. So basically, we can implement almost anything to work with a progressive web application. And together with our clients, we hope that the progressive web application and the new functionality that we will be also delivering next year and the years to come will help them show why progressive web applications are the way of the future and make customers very happy.
All right. And so,
yeah, those are the expected achievements that you should see when using our GoMage solution.
Indeed. And so here's what the actual architecture under the hood looks like. As you can see, it's not actually that different from a traditional Magento deployment. In fact, it's effectively the same as a traditional Magento deployment. You can have horizontally scaled web nodes that tie into an NFS or other remotely hosted file systems so that they're all shared in some way. You have a database layer, a caching layer, and Elasticsearch layer. And because all these layers are independent of each other, you can individually scale these both horizontally and vertically as you need, which leads to this theme being, or this architecture being very flexible in terms of scaling up and scaling down and meeting customer needs in terms of those bursty periods, such as Yuriy's prior Black Friday example. And so, yeah. If you've got experience working with traditional Magento server hosting, then working with the GoMage PWA theme in terms of architecture will still be very familiar to you. And so here's a quote from Yuriy Kuzminov. He's the managing co-founder and director of GoMage. And as you can see here, he likes us a lot, which is, great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
four
And
years of 4 years of experience.
there you go. And here's to many more, Yuri.
Yeah, more to come.
Indeed.
A lot. Yeah, a lot of promises.
Indeed. And so here's a few more quotes from a few of our other customers here. And yeah. All right, then. So we're going to be moving on to the Q&A in just a few minutes here. So if you have any questions, please get them in now. We're looking forward to answering your questions and any feedback you might have or anything else we can talk about with you. And yeah, let's proceed to the Q&A with that then. And so the first question here, Yuri, this one's for you. So
Mhm.
what about making design changes to the PWA, like fonts and so forth? Is that easy to do?
Yep. So from the backend, we have some basic functionality that allows you to make standard basic customizations to the storefront. For example, to experiment with font sizes, experiment with colors, add some a logo, and so on. Additionally, we offer a CSS customization package together with the GoMage PWA theme that you can purchase, which includes all the necessary features and everything you need to customize the PWA storefront. If you want a unique design, that's also not a problem. We can discuss your business needs. We can make an estimation, provide a quote, an offer, and go from there, and you're on board.
All right, thanks, Yuri. And here's another one for you. Could you talk a bit more about the page speed insights and any views you might have into it?
Yes, so initially when we started the development of our PWA theme, we understood that the PWA should still be optimized because, well, it all depends, first of all, on the functionality that you use, the number of widgets that's available on a specific page, homepage, category page, product page, and so on, the server that you're using, and so on. So today, our focus is to customize the functionality and optimize the PWA solution as fast as possible. We are focusing, first of all, on mobile experience. So our target is to receive the highest possible page speed insight results, first of all, on mobile devices. As I already showed today on our demo, the current results show around 60 to 65%, sometimes even more, depending on the functionality that we are adding and how we customize the existing widgets and other extensions to make them more fast. But overall, the speed can be increased, and our target is to get to the green zone. The green zone is 90, 100%. This is our goal, and we are most sure that this target can be achieved.
Awesome. All right. And another one for you, Yuri. Is this PWA theme a final version? And if you don't mind sharing, how much does it cost?
Yes, the demo that I showed is based on the final version that we have. But as I already mentioned, we continuously work on improving our PWA solution day by day. So we have, for example, some development domains where development is done, and we're focusing on the next releases based on our roadmap, our plans, business needs, and so on. As for the price, well, the price depends on a few factors. There's a standard price for the theme itself, whether it's open source or commerce. We offer additional CSS customization package, as I mentioned. The installation service is free of charge for the first 10 licensees. But of course, one of the main items here is also the business needs of our clients. For example, if you want to additionally customize the storefront, if you want, let's say, some additional features, extensions integrated, and so on, we can provide questions to gather the business needs and requirements, make a estimation, provide an offer, and then discuss further. So, for example, if the project itself will be very promising, we can discuss, for example, a small discount for the theme itself, so that you could be faster on board with us and discuss your business needs together. It all depends on each particular case, so we're open to discussions.
All right, thank you, Yuriy. And this one's for me, it looks like. Are any of DigitalOcean's products well suited for Magento? And yeah, actually, so there's the ones that we mentioned earlier, such as the CPU optimized droplets, which guarantee or aim for a strong performance. We can't guarantee anything based on how, if you don't pick the right droplet size, of course, or anything like that. But generally, our CPU optimized droplets are very well suited for hosting Magento. And in addition to that, we also have our database as a service offering, which is great for MySQL hosting, which for hosting the Magento database itself. Our database as a service has the ability to add standby nodes to it so that you can have automatic failover in the event of maintenance or other issues. And yeah, it just makes running the database side of Magento way easier. And so if you're looking at running Magento on DigitalOcean, I'd highly recommend you take a look at our MySQL database as a service. All right. And next question here, this one's for Yuriy. Do you support the Thai language? How about other languages?
Thank you. That's a very good question. So today, as I already mentioned, the PWA theme solution is based on Magento PWA Studio, which is developed by the Magento team. So they are currently working on the multi-store and internationalization and localization features. But of course, together with our team, we can discuss your business needs. So for example, if you need a Thai language, that's not a problem. Again, the approach is always the same. Our team estimates the business needs, in our case, implementation of the Thai language. We provide an offer. If you agree, you're on board, and we help you with the solution.
All right, thanks, Yuriy. And all right, we've got another one here for you again. You're popular today, Yuriy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So, yeah, is your PWA theme a specific theme you built to be progressive, or can you make any theme progressive?
That's a good question. So since we use the Magento PWA Studio architecture, we use the stack that is needed for a Magento PWA to work. Our target is to add new functionality and extend existing functionality based on the business needs, but basically everything else comes out of the box. So the Magento PWA is progressive itself because it already uses the service workers, the web app manifest, and so on. Our target is to make the solution based on Magento PWA Studio to meet the business requirements of today.
All right. Okay, and so this next one here is for me. Where can I get started on learning about, or I guess it's for both of us, but I'll take this one because you've been answering a lot of them. Where can I get started on learning about PWA? And that's a great question. So Magento, of course, is the first place that you should be taking a look at. They have a great documentation site on what a PWA is, how to get started with developing them, what the use cases are, and the benefits that we discussed here, how to achieve them, so on and so forth. And yeah, like that's the best place to get started because it's directly from Magento, from Adobe themselves, who maintains Magento. All right then. Let's see if any more questions come in. All right, here's another one for Yuriy. Do you have any more real-world examples of using your PWA theme?
Thank you. That's also a very good question. So if you remember, I mentioned the key achievements that you should expect from using our PWA theme. These key achievements are based on implementing a PWA solution for one of our existing clients that is expected to go live with our PWA solution around Q1 2021. And we already have new projects that will be based on our PWA theme, which also expect similar results. Well, it's not a secret that PWA is the future. most of you already heard that companies such as AliExpress, Alibaba, L, and many other companies already use progressive web applications. And it just shows that these key expectations are realistic, and this is something that you should expect for your business as well.
Fair enough, for sure. All right. Here's one more for you, Yuriy. Is it easy to update the PWA?
Well, basically, yes, because our approach to extending the functionality is based on an approach that allows us to easily update a PWA solution once the next version of PWA Studio comes. This allows us to easily maintain a PWA solution for all of our clients. Otherwise, it would be very hard and wouldn't make any sense.
Makes sense, yeah. All right. This next one I think is for both of us, so I'll respond first, but I'm also interested in your thoughts on this one, Yuriy. Why should I bother with the PWA when I can just design a responsive Magento site? And so from my side, to me, it's the difference between one size fits all versus made to order. Like a responsive website fundamentally is responding to conditions on the device that it's being viewed on, so on and so forth, in order to try to construct the best experience. But with the PWA, you're actually getting an experience built for that device specifically, which of course is going to lead to a better experience and just overall be a better time for your end user.
Yeah, and if we're talking a standard Magento 2 website, what about an iOS and Android app when you just have one app, a progressive web app? The data is cached for the customers locally, and once they reopen the page that was already opened before, it's taken from the local cache and it's loaded just like that. You don't even have to wait. And of course, we're talking about offline experience. So for example, if you're in the subway and you just want to surf through your progressive web app, the home page, category page, product page, they are all available in offline mode when they were previously opened when you were online, but still in offline mode also rules.
There you go. All right, and one last question for you here, Yuriy. How long does it take to implement a PWA storefront?
Thank you for the question. Well, I think I mostly answered the question before because, again, it all depends on specific business needs. So how we work is that we have a small questionnaire with a set of questions. They allow us to understand your business needs. We gather this information, pass it to our development team. They make an estimation. They make a summary. We prepare an offer for you, and once you decide to go for it, you're on board. Simple as that. It all depends on your specific business needs.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Yuriy. And so, yeah, so here's some key links that my colleague Cynthia is going to share in the chat window out here, just about how to reach us, how to get some credits on us, so on and so forth. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of bandwidth-intensive organizations reaching out to DigitalOcean for infrastructure help. At DigitalOcean, we believe that our community is larger than just us, and we are always on the lookout to help and serve our community. If you'd like to get in touch with our team, or let us know how you can leverage DigitalOcean for your specific use cases, please take a minute just to fill out the form here at do.co/contact-us. This will help us understand your tech requirements, your needs in detail, and we'd be happy to have a one-on-one discussion. And so also with these earlier questions here with the earlier presentation, this recording of this webinar will be available on our community site, on our YouTube channel, and sometime next week you should get an email with the recording as well. So if there's anything here you want to go back and check out again, or if you have if there's a part that you had to miss for whatever reason, feel free to come back and just check it out again. And so yeah. Here's our socials. Please feel free to get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah, and with that, we come to the end of the session. Any last thoughts, Yuriy? Anything else you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, prepare for the future with the GoMage PWA theme and DigitalOcean, and let us help you drive your business to the next level.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Yuri. And so
You're
yeah,
welcome.
the Solutions Tech Talk is a series, and all of our upcoming sessions will be promoted on the DigitalOcean LinkedIn and Twitter channels. Please feel free to subscribe to DigitalOcean on social media. We also have GoMage contact info in case you want to reach out to them, and there's also a PWA doc here which you may find useful. And so, yeah, thank you very much for coming today. We look forward to hosting you on our next Tech Talk. Please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions, or if you're just interested in what DigitalOcean or GoMage can do for you or your business. And until we meet next, please stay safe and take care, and have a great day or night wherever you are. Thanks.